again, if you're not booking 3 to 5 appointments a day, the biggest bottleneck is appointments. Like, dude, like volume, it's like such a simple, basic thing, but it's something that you forget about thinking about, oh, going and doing SMS and this other stuff. Dude, I don't think you should start SMS until you consistently do 100 cold calls a day. I think you can pretty much double your show rate just by adding this. So Ayub runs an agency that works with realtors, and he's been stuck under 1 to 2K a month for the past couple months now. He's tried everything like watching YouTube videos, but still feels like he's going in hamster wheels kind of over and over without any actual clarity on what to go out and do and focus on to scale his agency. So he came over to get direct advice from me on exactly what he needs to do in order to hit consistent 10K months with his business. All right, Bet. So first, let's go look at the offer. So right now you're doing, what's the variable here? 250 to 1500.
So like 250 is the one where I'll do pay per appointment, and then the 1500 would be like a guarantee offer.
Okay. So what's each offer? So you have 250. Let me zoom in. 250 pay per appointment. So how does that work? Is it 250 upfront and then?
Yeah, so 250 they would basically pay for the first appointment. Then the first appointment we get them, they wouldn't have to pay that. So it would just be 250 per like showed appointment.
Okay. Appointments, and then 250 per appointment. From there. Okay.
Yeah, so it would be after like the first appointment we got them.
Okay, and then what's the other? And then the other offer is 1500. How does that work?
And then you get 15 qualified like listing appointments in 45 days, and then we would just refund what we didn't get. So if we got like 10, we would refund basically 500.
Or refund the difference. So each appointment is worth 100.
Yeah.
Okay, each appointment is worth $100. Okay, so how do you, when you go and pitch people, how do you drop the price? Do you drop both of them, or do you just do one or the other?
No, I just try one. So right now I'm trying the 250 right now, for the most part, but then if I'm like closing, then I'm gonna try like the 1500.
Okay, got you. Which one do you have? Do you have a preference of what you want to be doing?
The 250 right now.
You want to be doing this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the offer. Tools you just use, go high level. You have my snapshot and stuff on there, right?
Yeah.
And then you're able to pretty much go 8 hours a day on this. So we have time. So now I want to go and look at the numbers. This is going to be the most important thing right here, right? So last month's numbers. So 17 calls booked, which if we have, so they're Monday through Friday, 5 days times 4, so 20. So there's 20 working days per month. That means you book 17. So that's less than 1 per day. So
Okay.
just based off of this like appointments is a bottleneck. I think if you're not getting 3 to 5 appointments per day, that's the bottleneck right there. And especially with the time you do have, I think you should be able to book 3 to 5 a day.
Okay.
From what it looks like. So it seems like appointments is going to be the number one bottleneck here. So that's what I want to go into first before we go to this. Show rate is also a bottleneck. It's only a 35% show rate. You have 2 active clients. And then this revenue, is this from performance based, or is this like an upfront that you got from them?
This was upfront.
Okay. So this right here, from what I see, the calls booked is the clear bottleneck right here. So let's go into marketing process. So how are you currently getting clients?
Cold call right now, but I'm starting SMS too soon.
Okay. So you have your SMS script in here. So let's go check this out. But right now it's just, so these 17 calls, was this from cold calling?
That was all cold call.
Okay. Do you have your cold call script?
Yeah.
Okay. So then right now you said you're doing, so all cold calling, all these 17 appointments is from the cold calling, right? Okay. So let's go look at the cold call script. And do you have your data on this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at that. So the biggest thing with a cold call script, right, you have your opener, and then it's the pass-through rate, so people getting through the opener, and then you have this. How would you say off the top of your head the cold call script is working?
Oh, it works 100%.
So is the issue then just volume? You're just
Yeah,
not doing enough volume?
it's just volume pretty much.
Why is that an issue?
No, sometimes I'm just not calling. Some days I'm not calling, and then some days something comes up.
Some days you're just not calling, so it's only when you feel like it?
No, some days I'm not calling though.
Why not?
No, something just comes up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to see the volume that you're doing. Okay. So volume's not bad. 114 calls, 120, 103. Your average, your booking rate's really solid. From what it looks like, you're booking between like 1 to 4%. So if we go average that out, let's say you're booking about 2%. So 2 out of every 100 calls you make, you're booking 2 appointments.
Yeah.
So like if you're only booking, if you only booked, let's see, you only booked 17 in the month, that means you were doing less than, you just weren't doing enough volume.
Yeah.
So like think about, dude, if you just go do 100 cold calls a day, that's times, you're booking 2 times 5, that's 10 a week, which is then 40 in the month, which you literally just, that's over a 50% increase in the entire business. And if you sign 2 clients with 17 calls, that would be at least 2 more, so 4 if you were to go do 40 calls. So that's like the first thing. And like, dude, like volume, it's like such a simple, basic thing, but it's something that you forget about thinking about, oh, going and doing SMS and this other stuff. Dude, I don't think you should start SMS until you consistently do 100 cold calls a day.
Okay.
Because I think you can get to 5, 10K a month literally just with doing your volume and just sticking with it. Because there was only like a couple you called, but this is February. Is this March or?
No. Some of them I didn't track either.
Okay, so that's another thing. I need you like tracking every single day, and then also really focusing like, dude, 21 calls on the 15th, 21 calls, and you booked an appointment.
I booked an appointment, but
from 21 calls. So like that's the main thing there, because if you go to 100 cold calls a day, then you're booking 40 calls a month. And with 40 calls a month, then that's going to be at least an extra 2 clients or so.
okay.
Because you took, let's go and look, like the close rate. Are you tracking your sales data too?
I haven't.
Because you took 6 calls and you closed 2. So 2 divided by 6 is 33. So you're closing at 33%, which is really solid. You're closing at 33%. So if you can go and take 10 calls, you're closing 3 people. Then the next issue is going to be show rate. But that's like the number one thing right away, is just doing more volume.
Okay.
Outside, and like you definitely have the time to do the volume, right? Like 8 hours, like is stuff coming up where it's like, okay, something's coming up for 6 hours a day, or is that like dude, what's going on?
No. Something comes up and then it's like, I feel like it's too late. So if it's like 4 p.m. ish, my time, wouldn't it be like too late to call?
Well, we're Central Time, so
Yeah.
then what you go and do is just call Pacific Time, and they're 2 hours behind.
Okay.
And I have that in do you have the lead tracking sheet? Because I have different tabs for each time zone.
That's the new one I use now.
Yeah, that one right there.
So I have. No, it's not this one.
Yeah, but definitely you definitely take advantage of the time zones. That's one of the like best things to go and do. And there's no excuse not to be hitting your calls.
Yeah, so it's this one.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so you have that. So what I want you doing is your minimum dials needs to be 100 a day. If you do 100 a day, like there's no way, if this was last month, you can just double this just by doubling the volume.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think your other, and then you're talking about doing SMS as well. What's the reason you do want to go SMS?
Because I feel like I have to do more volume on there as well.
I think with SMS, because like SMS is passive, and then cold calling is active. I think the two of them are good, but also you don't want to be the guy who like you're trying SMS just to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I think make sure you're focusing on doing your 100 calls, and if you can consistently do your 100 calls, then I think introducing something like SMS would be good. But I see so many people, they go and they'll try to do SMS or do email or something when they can literally just book more from just doing more cold calls.
Could I do like both together?
That's what I'm saying. So you can do both together, but make sure that just because you're not launching SMS adds like a crutch to stop cold calling. Because dude, your cold calling is working. Like you're booking at like 2-3%.
Okay.
So it's just volume. Again, if you're not booking 3 to 5 appointments a day, the biggest bottleneck is appointments. So from cold calling, you should be getting, if you're doing 100 cold calls a day, that's going to be I would say 2 to 3 appointments a day from just cold calling. And then if you're doing SMS, that should be an extra 2 to 3 appointments a day.
Yeah, this month like my goal is not even like income wise. I just want to get like 6 appointments every day like booked.
Yeah, dude, that needs to be your number one priority. Because once you book the appointments, you take sales calls, all of a sudden you start getting better at sales, you start getting better at booking appointments, and then it just kind of compounds. So that's what I want you to do is focus on minimum 100 calls a day. And I think you should as well post in the group chat, in the Discord, post in the accountability channel. Like, yo, I'm doing my 100 cold calls today. Respond when you finish it. The guys in there who I think who move quick are the ones who are just staying accountable and like putting in the work. And dude, like you can cold call, which that's like you already got the hard part down. You just got to pick up the phone and call more people. Like literally.
Yeah.
But I think let's take a look at these SMS scripts. But definitely don't use this as a crutch to cold call less. Use it as a booster, but like a supplement. But you should definitely you need to be doing your minimum 100 cold calls a day. Because dude, you have 8 hours a day. There's no reason you shouldn't be doing this. Okay, hey, it's Ayub. One thing I've seen, and I learned this from actually guys in the inner circle, they said they use a female name, and the response rate went up like 2%.
Okay. Yeah, no, I put like some female names in there, and
Okay.
then I put mine as well.
So I'm Ayub to the brim. Fill your counter to the brim. I don't know if I love that. I would split test it. It seems a little cheesy. Completely pay per qualified appointment, no upfront cost. Expect 6 text me back and I'll shoot you some details. I do like this, like straight to the point. Something as well with because you're doing the pay per appointment offer, that can definitely be something that you lean into because you can also go and pitch them, hey, we'll do the pay per appointment, or I have this other one that's just $1,500, and it kind of positions that one as, you're just gonna pitch one at a time though?
Yeah, what would you recommend? Do you want me to like do both on the call?
Usually, so when you do a pay per appointment and it's like, and you're charging $250 up front, usually you would say, hey, like you would have that offer so you're able to use that in your marketing. So on your cold call, you can say there's nothing up front, but then on the sales call, you say, yeah, there's nothing up front for this, but you need to go put $5K a month on ads. Or we have this other one where you just give me $1,500 up front, you get a guarantee, but you only have to do $50 a day on ads. So it kind of positions the pay per appointment as honestly like a worse one because you need to spend minimum like $3K, $5K a month on ads.
Why do they have to like spend $3K or $5K though?
Because if you're doing pay per appointment, like you want to make sure obviously you're getting enough appointments. But a lot of it, people use that in their marketing. They say, hey, it's pay per appointment, but they don't actually want people to choose that one. But if they do, like you're just positioning your other offer as like the one you actually want. But if you want them to take that offer, then you would do that. But is there a reason you want them to choose that one over the 1,500?
Because low key, I want to like get like as much people as I can on, and then if I get like good results for them, once I get good results with them, then put them all like on a retainer.
Okay. In that case, then I think you just go with it, because that would change. Like if you're trying to collect as much cash up front, then you would obviously want to get the more the better, not a pay per appointment. But if you're trying to build the foundation, which honestly I recommend that for a lot of people. If you're not, unless you're trying to make cash as quick as possible because you need to put like food on the table for your family or something,
Yeah.
then you should charge high ticket. But if not, I think building a foundation I think that's good. The one thing I would say though, $250 is per appointment. Is that per phone appointment or like in person appointment?
Per like showed appointment.
Like in person or phone?
So whether phone or in person.
Okay. So I honestly think $250 is a bit expensive per appointment. Is that what you closed these 2 guys on though, or the 2 people on? Was that $250 up front?
One of them, yeah.
What was the other one?
The other guy is something else. It's like very close.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that guy, he'd pay the 250 up front and the 250 per appointment. He wants that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, dude, I mean, if you're getting them, like, if you're getting them, even 5 appointments a month, that's $1,250 a month.
I was looking at that, yeah.
By getting them 5 a month, if you can get them 10, that's $2,500 a month. But I think honestly, like, I think that's a bit expensive per appointment. But if you close a guy on it, out of like 1 out of 6, and the other guy you got him on something else, like I don't think that's terrible. I think it just comes down to you just need to be taking more calls.
Okay. And what would you say? Do you think I should do like 100 just per appointment, whether they show or not?
No, I would do per showed appointment. I would do per showed appointment. But yeah, looking at it, I think just based on this and based on the data, right? Your issue right now, your bottleneck right now is not booking enough calls, and then also show rate, which we'll go into right now. But then I think it's good you're trying to get as many people on as possible. But I think definitely you need to make sure you're doing your minimum booking, whether you're doing 100 cold calls a day or whether you're booking 2, 3, 4 appointments from your cold calls a day. That's the bare minimum. Make sure you're constantly tracking your data. So tracking every single day, just get in the habit of doing it. And then launching the SMS as well. Okay, so then yeah, tracking your data, doing your SMS. And I think you asked about how many to go out and send, like to ramp it up.
Yeah.
So if your number gets suspended, you're able to just, I think, lift it. As you're waiting for that, just cold call. You need to be booking minimum, I think, two to 4 appointments a day. I think you can at least book that.
Well, I know I can. I can book.
Yeah, dude, you know you can. And then it's just the show rate, which we'll talk about. But I think that like you should be booking 2 to anywhere from like 5 a day. I think you easily can. Even 2 is low per day. Like you know you can book appointments. You just gotta go out and make the calls. So and then make sure you're tracking your data. So then the next issue, I mean, the other big thing is going to be show rate. So 6 divided by 17, that's a 35% show rate, which is definitely low. I think you can get that. You can double that. Ideally, at the minimum, get it up to 50%. So what's your pre-call process look like? The second you, or on the cold call, how are you booking someone in? Like how are you framing the call?
At the end, I tell them that I'm gonna do some like research on their market before then, and then I ask them if they like want me to look at anything, to like if they have a website or anything, and then from there I call them like 2 days after our call, pretty much, and then I text them as well.
How far out are you booking the calls?
Oh, like same day or like 2 days after.
Okay.
So say it was Monday, like Tuesday or like Wednesday. If they can't, then I do like longer. So
okay, what percentage would you say you're able to book, like 1 to 2 days out, or less?
I'll say 80%.
Okay, 80%. And then when you book someone in, do you have a pre-call video you're sending out?
I'm working on that right now.
Okay, so definitely go and get I think for show rate, get a pre-call video. Have you seen the module I have about pre-call videos? So use that, just do like a simple Miro board going over it. The biggest thing with the pre-call video is you want to show them that you understand them, and you want to talk about pain points and also desires, but also mention the stuff they've tried before. So with realtors, it's like Zillow, Realtor.com. You probably tried Zillow, you probably tried Realtor.com, probably ran generic Facebook ads. You get a bunch of garbage leads, and you're just trying to say all the things they've tried before, because then they're like, all right, like this guy gets it. What does he have? Like, how does he knows all this? Like, what does he have? I'm curious. And you kind of tease the solution, where then you're getting them excited to show up to the call. Because like after the cold call, like they get off and then they forget half the stuff they went through. They're like, oh, I forgot what this call is even about. I'm not going to show up to this.
Okay. And then with the pre-call video, you just need one video, or how many? Like you just send
just
one video?
Yeah, just one video. And then as you get more client results, and you'll start filming interviews with your clients and stuff, then you'll be able to send that out too. But I would definitely have one pre-call video. But something you could also go and do is you can make I did a full module on this, but you can do value based videos. Shoot like 2 to 3 of these, and it's something like it could be how I solved the real estate lead quality issue. That could be one video. But all these videos, they're like VSLs. Like you're still like selling them, but it's just a way, like the more their content they consume before they jump on a call with you, the warmer they're gonna be, the higher the chance of showing, and also the higher the chance of closing.
Okay. And then with those videos, just shoot them out like on email or.
I would text and email. Right when you book them in, I would send out the pre-call video and then wait like a minute and then send them out this other one. Be like, hey, I also shot this video as well. But just send them a straight YouTube link. Because I think when you send them like a custom, like a fancy pre-call page and stuff, they don't open it as much because they're like, oh, obviously he's just going to try to sell me on this. But if it's just like a YouTube link,
Okay.
then they'll be a lot more likely to watch that. So I would do one like how I solved the real estate lead quality issue. I would also do one like why Zillow and Realtor.com doesn't work for realtors. So pretty much like you're gonna have like 3 to 5 of these videos, and if they mention, oh, I do Zillow Realtor.com, then you just go and send out a video. Hey, I made this as well. Why this doesn't work a lot of times for realtors. And you just want to understand a lot of the stuff they've tried before, what their issues are. Most niches, it's going to be lead quality, exclusive leads. They want exclusive leads. It's going to be people just kind of looking around, not actually serious. So you can do how we get sellers looking to sell in the next 30 days or less. You can also make a video like that. That's what I would do, is have like have a handful of assets that you're able to send out to people before calls to warm them up. It's going to get them excited to show up. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then like when you're booking them in, do you call them like after, or do you call them like the day before and just say, are you still like good for our call? Or?
Yeah, so what the process looks like, usually, what I'll go and do, so right when I book them in, we'll do text confirmation right when you book them. On that, you're also going to send the pre-call video. So this is like instantly right when you book them. The next one is I would go and do, if you shouldn't book them more than 2 days out, but you should have a 2 days out message if they're 2 days out, and then you would also send another sales asset you have, which this could be a testimonial or this could be any of these other videos you have.
Okay.
Then you want to send another one. But we just constantly want to try to get them to consume our content. After that, I would go and do, you don't need to do 24 hours before. I'm more like I think 24 hours before can work, but you're just going out and saying, you're not saying, hey, quick reminder for our call. You're just saying like, hey, I'm doing some research on your market before a call tomorrow. Does 3 p.m. still work? And it would be like that. So make it look like a real person, not just like a robot texting them. Then you send out another sales asset. Send another sales asset, or a good thing you can also do is send screenshots of appointments or text threads with your client. So like if your client gets an appointment, they're like, hey, just saw you booked an appointment for me, like just screenshot that and you can use that.
And then send that to them on text?
Send them a screenshot, because text has like 100% open rate. So I'm prioritizing text. I would also do email as well, but definitely text is the most important. And then I would call the night before. Just, hey, John was just doing some research on your market before a call. I think it's at 3 tomorrow about getting more listings. Does 3 p.m. still work for you? They say, yeah, okay, awesome. Have you had a chance to check out any of the videos I sent over? No, not yet. Okay, cool. I'll just resend those if that works with you. I definitely recommend checking them out. Like, you just want to make sure they're consuming as much as possible before the call. But yeah, pretty much this is going to be the main sequence. If they don't pick up this, then you also text them the night before, say, hey, does 3 p.m. still work for a call tomorrow? If they don't reply, then you call them in the morning. If they don't reply, then you call them again. And you pretty much should know if they're going to no show or not, because they should confirm. If they confirm, the show rate will go up to like 90% if they say they're going to be there.
Okay.
So that's why that's important. How much of this stuff were you doing already? Or are you doing?
I just been doing like the text. I wasn't doing the pre-call video or anything like that, or the sales assets.
Definitely add that in there. Were you calling the night before?
No.
Definitely do that. Yeah, I think you can pretty much double your show rate just by adding this. Because that's really, if you now all of a sudden if you're booking 40 calls a month, and then you get your show rate up to even 50%, then you're taking 20 calls a month and you're closing at 33%. So if we could go to 20 times 0.33, that's 6 to 7 clients a month. If you can just take your show rate up 15%, which you can definitely do, and then you're taking literally triple the calls. That's literally 6 clients a month.
Okay.
By just doing more volume, by tracking, and then just by making some sales assets and just dialing in the pre-call process.
Yeah, I knew like just the volume was what I was missing right now. Like pretty much it.
It's the case for a lot of people. Because then you go and look at these shiny objects, like you're going and looking at SMS, when bro, just do more cold calls.
Because I think March I had way more booked appointments. If I look, no, not March. If I look February, I think I had more booked appointments.
And that was just with cold calling?
Cold calls, yeah.
So there you go. That tells you everything you need. So you did 250, and then have you started running ads for this guy yet?
No.
Why not?
I have an onboarding call literally
Okay,
today.
so you literally just signed him. Okay.
Yeah.
Because dude, and then imagine you get 5 clients. Imagine you do your cold calls, you do more volume. Now you book 40 calls, 50% show rate. Take 20 calls a month. You're closing 6 of them. If you're getting 6 clients, even just 5 appointments a month, bro.
I got 6 calls showed this whole month.
Yeah, that's what you put. 1,250.
I did. I looked at my calendar.
Times 6 clients. That's 7,500. If you have 6 clients, then you're getting them 5 appointments each a month.
Okay. Ideally, like how many calls should I be taking the whole month?
The whole month.
I feel like 15 or 20 because
I think it's more so like look at it like you should be booking 3 to 5 appointments a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's your number one thing there. And then your show rate should be at least 50%. As long as that's the case, then you're going to be taking anywhere from 2 to 3 calls a day. So like I think you should be taking 2 to 3 calls a day. But your first thing is like you just got to book more calls in the first place. Because even if your show rate sucks, if you just double your volume, you double the amount of calls you book, you're still going to double the amount of clients you sign. And then you're on this performance-based offer. If you're getting them even, again, 5 appointments a month, that's 1,250 per client. And then it just keeps compounding. Then you upsell them on some retainers and stuff as well. You get more testimonials, you get more sales assets, and then you keep raising your prices.
Looks solid.
Like that's like literally what it is. A lot of people overcomplicate it, but like when you break down the numbers, it's like, dude, like this is how you scale.
Okay.
Because and then I want to go over. I know I had you put like your goals and stuff. Yeah, it's already call volume and show rate, literally right there. So 10K a month, right? So if you go and do this, you're signing 6 clients, and the 6 clients you're getting them 5 appointments a month each, right there. That's $7,500. That's from a single month. If you go and do 2 months of that, that's $15,000, and maybe 2 or 3 will churn. That's still 10K.
And then that's not even like adding like maybe selling them onto like a retainer or something.
Yeah, literally just the pay per appointment.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, just sign a lot on that 250, and then literally like just get better at the service delivery part.
Yeah, because then you're gonna start getting client interviews, and you start running paid ads as well. Then you can. The thing is, you're not gonna have to cold call forever. Like cold calling is just to get some capital, then you just reinvest into paid ads. And imagine how much easier it will be once you're running paid ads. You're speaking with warm leads, and you have like 5 really good client results. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean that's pretty much everything right there. Anything else you want to go over? I mean these were the 2 main, even the 2 main ones you put. You already knew that's what it was. Like you literally already knew that. It's just seeing it and then just doing it.
Okay. And then you don't think I should like get like a cold call or anything like that? Just
dude, no, you can get to 5-10K a month literally just calling yourself. Because then, I mean, as well, once you start taking more sales calls, you're not going to be able to cold call as much. Then it will make sense to go do SMS. So I think once you're taking 2 to 3 sales calls a day, like you're taking them, they're showing up, then I think launch SMS. Because you have my snapshot and all that. But then just wait till you can uncheck those boxes, and then just launch it.
okay.
And then I put a module in there about setting appointments and stuff for SMS. So all the stuff is there. But number one priority is just go make these. That's what I want you to do today. Make those sales assets. Do your minimum 100 cold calls. Start tracking your data, and then launch SMS once those you're able to uncheck those boxes. And that's dude, that's all you need to do. And then from there, raise prices, and then start running ads.
So ideally, like, when could I like run ads? As soon as I'm like at about 5-6K a month.
Once you have $1,000 to $2,000 in the bank, run paid ads.
Okay.
So that's literally, even if you get one client, you're getting them 5 appointments a month. That's already $1,200 a month right there. Reinvest all that into ads. And then I know you want to get a new computer as well. So reinvest in a new computer, run ads, just put everything back in the business. That's what I wish I would have done sooner. I delayed running ads so long. I don't want you to get ahead of yourself though. Like obviously you need to start cold calling to get there. But like, dude, you already know, like you already know for a fact, oh, if you go do cold calls, you're gonna book appointments. So like just cold call, literally, and optimize show rate, and then dude, you're gonna be at 5-10K within 2 to 3 months max. So how does this look?
Now it looks great. So now, yeah, I know what I need to like work on. It's just calling every single day, pretty much.
Just staying consistent with volume, right? A lot of people, you don't need to overcomplicate it. And then obviously keep sending me sales calls to review and stuff, but sales is not the bottleneck right now. Like you're closing at 33%, which is good. So it's just call volume and show rate second, but first call volume and just booking appointments. Any other questions on any of this? Or are you good to go?
No, I'm good.
Sweet. Well, dude, this should get you. This gets me excited when you look at the numbers. Like, dude, it's just like, why am I not doing this? If I go do this for a month, I'm gonna be at 5K. So now you see the numbers. It should give you clarity. You just gotta go out and execute. Anything else you want to go over with the agency?
No, I think we covered everything pretty much.
Sweet, bro. Well, yeah, I'm expecting to do see you at minimum 5-10K, then we'll be doing an interview.
I got you. Give me by the end of this. I would say June, July.
June, July. What is that? 3 months, dude. There's zero. As long as you're doing your calls, like you have the time. As long as you're doing your calls, you're dialing in service delivery. I don't even want to talk service delivery. If you're doing your calls, you're gonna hit that. You're gonna be able to hit those months. And again, you're not gonna have to cold call forever. Like you're getting capital and then running paid ads. And then also SMS. But yeah, I think that's everything, bro. Like you know what to go and do. And then I would also say just put in the accountability channel every single day. I'm doing my 100 cold calls, and then react when you finish, because then everyone can see that, and then you're not only holding yourself accountable, everyone else is holding you accountable too.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be making sure you're doing your calls, bro. So you better be doing their calls.
I got you.
Sweet. Well, hey, I think that's everything, bro. Like you know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm expecting an interview soon.
I got you.
Got it, bro. I think that's everything, right?
Yep.
Sweet. All right, brother. Looking forward to that interview.
Got you, bro.